Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today we jump right into this new season with an AFC South matchup between the Indianapolis Colts and the Houston Texans. And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Now the NFL's leading rusher in 2021, Jonathan Taylor. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense, that fell harmlessly to the ground. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That was the first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. And it's fielded at the 34. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Newman. They'll roll him out right. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Nice job there forcing that incompletion. This is going to be a fun battle throughout this game, watching him try to take away that area of the field.
Play action, Newman. He's going to let it go again. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
But they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. And they go play action now. Newman. And this one is incomplete.
They are such a talented team in defending the perimeter and taking away throws to the outside. Great confidence, great skill.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. 42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And the Colts are going to take over, albeit deep in their own territory. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
The center receiver in motion to the right. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea Slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll send the big tight end in motion right. On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
On 3rd down, here's Taylor. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. He was blown up in the backfield. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. To Paul on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. This is taken at the 18. A good head-down running on the return gets about 15 yards. And the Texans will take over. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They went 3 and out on their first drive of the new season. Not an ideal beginning as they start drive number 2, 1st and 10. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A quick first down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you wonder, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
Brandon, you know this is going to be discussed because this is the fear of all the backs when they run this type of a route. They've got to find the football, and sometimes they don't see the defender. And in this case, he took a pretty good shot for his efforts, but give him credit, able to hold on to the football.
Now a throw from outside the pocket, complete out left. And they'll get him to the ground, and he has another first down at the Colts' 27-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 27. Play action. Now Newman. On the move to his left. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Kenny Moore. And the Colts are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
This one completes Alec Pierce. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
Barney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you say, listen, we're going to sell the go. Just go, and let's see who's faster.
Up the middle, here's Taylor. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. Back to Taylor on 1st down. So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
Again, it's Taylor. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Overall, I'd have to say that was just really good team defense because, to me, you can't pin that one on the running back. He had no shot there. He had a man in his face immediately.
Throwing on second and long. Ryan. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big third down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Third and long. It's Ryan. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. No score after 1 on EA Sports. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a... And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Kenny Moore. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Texans will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. Well, do you want to unpack that one, or do you want me to?
You're the boss.
We get the interception, then really he's just too loose with the football on the return, and he coughs it right back up the other way.
I've seen this happen in it.
Hey, yo, this is crazy how they keep letting this motherfucker hit me while I throw this ball. That's crazy, man. This motherfucker hit me 3 times throwing this ball.
Well, it turns out it's not their offense who gets him on the board first, CD. It's the defense coming through right there with a pick 6.
And I know from experience throughout the week when you go against the offense, you're challenging them all the time. You're letting them know, hey, don't worry about scoring this week. We'll take care of it. We'll get a few pick 6s and score ourselves. You're just kidding? But how about what he just did right there? Laid it out for the rest of the game. We scored. Hey, offense, can you keep up with us?
And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Newman. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hubbard. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
They go play action with Newman.
Yo, pick up the freaking block.
It's a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So they decline it as that will bring up 4th.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you've got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. It'll be a 41-yard punt. Give them 5 on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Ryan and the Colts getting set here, 1st and 10. At the 33-yard line. The slot man in motion right. He'll start with a give to Taylor. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They run once more with Taylor. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And this Texans defense, they're all charged up now. They stop him behind the line for the 2nd straight play. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here, a little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. On 3rd down, Ryan. Into a sea of defenders have intercepted. And the Texans are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from the
Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. From the shotgun, Newman. He gets this one to Johnson. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Two minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
On 3rd down, Newman. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. He seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
They're going on 4th down. Newman. That's to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the 1st down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
first down. Newman. And he whips that one incomplete there.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Here's Newman to throw. He's got Smith here. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. It's a throw again here, Newman. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Bobby Okereke. There he goes left side. 30, the 20. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. But Charles, he was looking for just a short throw, kept it in range for the rare linebacker pick 6.
And give him full credit for his focus. He just kept the quarterback in his sights, and where he was looking to throw, he positioned himself perfectly to be there for the interception. He made the play of the game for his defense right there.
McLaughlin for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score 14. Texans nothing.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're certainly in need of some kind of points here before the end of the half. A field goal or something. Being shut out right now, they could really use some momentum before they head into halftime. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
I can't get no blocking, bro. I can't get absolutely no blocking. None.
Quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on 3rd down.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now it's Newman. Airing it out deep for Smith. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defense.
You telling me I gotta run this ball? This motherfucker, I gotta throw all underneath shit.
Move for move and knocked it away.
And here's Rodgers on the return. Gets this up across the 35.
2 pick 6s. Ain't that a bitch?
39-yard punt, 4 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. And he is met in.
Don't put no late scoring drive together, bro. Don't do it.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan.
Hey, Lioncain, you know that ain't going to whistle. That ain't going to go, sir.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lane. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
I'd say it's not panic time yet, but let's be honest about it. Empty possession here, not what you're looking for when you're down a couple of scores.
Absolutely not. Trying to start the second half off on the right foot. Unfortunately, going to give the ball up. On second down, here's Newman. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that
how he gets stuck between two people and don't call not one pass interference. Not one.
And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Newman. This is Smith with a grab. They do get 10 back, but still away.
You see I'm down 14. I'm going for it. Need some help. Somebody help me.
Waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is because you got to get his attention because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And they'll try and throw for it with Newman. He's got his man. It's the tight end, Brevin Jordan. He's got the first down and more than that. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now it's Newman. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Newman looking to throw it. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Julian Blackmon. And the Colts are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
And that has to be a little bit discouraging because after all their halftime talk, adjustments and points of emphasis, their first drive ends with an interception. Absolutely aggravating if you're a head coach because you spent all that time, gone through every situation possible, and it still ends in a turnover. Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
A good gain on first has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
They'll motion the tight end across the formation. Now a handoff. Taylor with it. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now they'll throw it with Ryan. He's got a man.
How you not jump, young? How you not jump?
A very nice pickup of 30 yards.
This is terrible.
Big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Now a give to Taylor, and he is going to lose yardage here. Derailing that play from the start was Christian Harris. He got back there and stuck him for a loss behind the line of scrimmage.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Strong run, but still wrangled before reaching the 20. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Oh, he's got his tight end, Mo Alley-Cox, complete. Touchdown, Colts! Mo Alley-Cox, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Colts are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
Tight ends are not just blockers anymore. I don't know how many more times we need examples, but here's a great one. Gets to the outside, they give him the ball pretty quickly, and they trust him to get those extra yards, and boy, did he come through, bowling his way into the end zone after the nice catch.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. They'll look to run with Taylor. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. 3rd down and goal now, and this Houston defense not backing down. They'll look for one more stop. They'll try and run Taylor, and this time he is in. Yes. It's a 1-yard touchdown run, and the Colts have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good, and that makes the score 21-0. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time. And
we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break contain and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener. Newman.
This motherfucker is not blocking nothing. Absolutely nothing this motherfucker's not blocking. This is terrible, man.
that situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustration, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, third quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. This offense so far on third down, they're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This will be third and forever. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. He's going to take another shot here. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Play action, Newman. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now Newman.
This makes no sense.
Give them credit. They took their shot.
It makes no sense, man.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon. But
None.
they've broken up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Now the Texans are going to call on the field goal unit. This is a 49-yard attempt, right hash. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through, and the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
On the handoff, Taylor. And some room to work. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
I know I should keep the focus and the spotlight on the hero that just scored, but tackling's been an issue for this defense all game long. I can't set that aside. We just saw it again here. Missed tackles leads to his long touchdown run.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here.
How? Somebody tell me.
I'll tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to be a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up.
Somebody's draped over this nigga every single time. Every time.
Never want to let him get anything started, and that would have
have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty. And before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Ready.
4th down. Here's Newman. And it's incomplete.
Make it make sense, dog. Make this shit make sense.
Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. On the handoff, this is Taylor. Oh, he's got a little daylight. 96 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to solve this
just trash.
Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move.
Hey, English. When I see your ass, I got you. I got you when I see you.
Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
You call me trash. Hey, why should I get your ass?
Feeling for a running back there. He's looking up to find a hole.
Don't let it fool you, man.
There's a whole lot of ticked off linebacker.
Now Taylor, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Running left, Taylor. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And this Texans defense stands tall. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear people protest out of them. That's just who they are.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 22 yards there, a first down. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
Make it make sense, man.
Interception. Picked off by Julian Blackman.
Make that shit make sense. This nigga is beat.
37-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
They run with Taylor. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of first downs, and here a loss of yardage. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. They'll run with Taylor. And he lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. He has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it.
Yo, every time I throw, this motherfucking defensive line gets through like shit. They line can't be that fucking trash, man.
The rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
Then it's an overthrow every fucking time, man. This shit is terrible.
But it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Jeez, that shit is crazy.
Not a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Okay, ready? Cowboy 80.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw.
Look at this motherfucker, still ain't pick up the block. Seeing the niggas coming, still ain't pick it up.
They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that will force a turn.
He sat right there and watch him run right past him.
And they will take a knee here. And they'll indeed take a knee. Well, this was not just the
These motherfuckers can't block air, man.
division game here.
At all.
And to come through a 1-0 start against the division, it gives you a little something extra.
These motherfuckers can't block air.